Hey, what's up? My name is Mizzle. You watch my channel Mizzle 14, and I'm here doing a review of Married to Medicine, Season 6, Episode 2. Now, it was a nice little episode. Let me just start with Quad. Quad was sitting down with two friends from the sister circles. I ain't about to get their names. It is what it is. They said her new friends. I guess she still ain't meeting the cast members yet, and she just want to sit down and have a brush of fresh air and then not to think about what's going on. She said she appreciate the two friends being there for her because since she be working with them, she be able to get in friendship with them. And basically, she was saying she kind of feel judged, and she feel like being with the girls in sister circles, she don't feel judged. She said she kind of feel judged by her old friends, her other friends, and everything, and she just don't want to be around them right now. And according to Quad, she said that none of her friends reached out to her, no call, no text. According to the other girls, they have been texting, calling her, and everything, and she not responding or she don't want to respond back. So I don't know who is telling the truth and like that. And it's the truth in the middle. It's her side, their side, and then the truth in the middle. So I guess in some point I do believe they are reaching out, and I do believe that Quad is not trying to respond back to them. But I don't think they reaching out to the extent that Quads wants it. So I don't know. It just I don't know who to believe, but I would not think that they would not have your back or they would not call you. Well, I understand when you're going through some things, you don't want to hear the judgment from your friends, so you basically would cut yourself off, or you basically just will shut down and not deal with it with them. So I guess this is the reason, this is the thing that Quad is doing, that she's shutting them out, so she won't listen to them or hear them out. But I don't think they are really purposely not reaching out. But it is what it's called. A call. They're not reaching out. So if that is true, then that's messed up for them because she's going through things and she will think that they will have her back. And then, but I do believe those girls that they have been calling you or reaching out. Maybe not all of them, but some of them have been. And I guess you don't want to get in their space. So I guess next week when we see Quad finally meet with the girls. So hopefully we get things cleared up. Have they be reaching out and stuff? Where is she be avoiding them and neglecting them and denying them and so like that. So but Quad is going through things with the marriage, and the girls ask her what you gonna do. And she basically don't know. She just say that she don't know what to do. She don't think about coming to marriage, think about divorce. So she just have a lot of things going on. I don't know. I don't know, Quad. To me, the easy way out is for y'all to get divorced. But I don't know what's this dragon, what's the hold up, what's this thing is, because it seems like there's no love there anyway. I mean, when I first seen y'all relationship, I don't seem like y'all really compatible with each other or love each other. So what is it? Like, I don't know, what keeping y'all together? And then this infidelity or this stuff came out with the Dr. G and this girl, and you believe it. So, and that's what causing you how you feeling now. Because the whole last season we didn't understand why you feel this way, but now it came out. Now we understand why you have this issue. But now you know about it. Or you gonna stay or you gonna leave. Either way you gonna do, you gotta make something. But you have to do something because this is ridiculous. But that was that. Alright, Dr. Contessa was home with her kids, and the husband's there visiting. She was making food and stuff. And then she told us about some stories about her father, that her father was when she was growing up, her father was addicted to substance, drugs, and he had a substance abuse problem. So he was like not around in her life as much. She was in and out, and it's like growing up, he's been addicted to it. So she knows when it comes to paycheck and payday, he was gone and he'd be spending his money on drugs, and kind of indulging in the drugs and haven't been there. So she said she just had this kind of relationship, like he haven't been there for all my life, and now I don't want him. Now he's sick a little bit, and he's flying in to see me and everything, and I just had this lot of resentment, not resentment towards him not being there, it's a resentment that he's not being there for like my kids, and I want him there for my kids, and it's like he haven't been raising me and stuff, but she still loves him and she still cares for her dad. So hopefully visits that he can refresh and restart and build a relationship with her kids So they won't have to grow up not knowing the grandfather. Because she said that's the only living grandparent that they have. So have that connection will make it happy before he passed away and be gone. Because she don't want her kids not knowing her grandfather, her father, their grandfather. And it's like it's a tough decision. It's tough, and like when you're growing up, when you don't have both parents in your life, it just affects your child. It affects every child in a way that they may feel lonely, they may feel bitterness, they may feel neglected, they may feel like you don't want me. Is something wrong with them? That deciding why you not being there for them. So it's just a lot of things. So this husband said this. When you come here, you got a lot of things gonna get off your chest. You can, and just make it right. Just do a positive environment. Make here, let him have his relationship with his grandchildren, and just be there and support him to leave. Because now he's sick, he can make amends and make up for all the lost time he had with you, with your kids. So that's a good thing. I'm glad that she's not really being so hateful, in the fact that she want to keep her kids away from him because he hurt her, but at the same time, she still feels some way about he not being there. But now he's being around, and he's being supportive, and he's being good, and she wants to pick him up. So she had to go pick him up at the airport because he's flying in to see her, and that caused a whole little rift between Tori and her problem with Contessa, but I'll explain that later. Now we get our Dr. Heavenly was at the house. Laura was doing her homework, minding her own business, and they heard Dr. Heavenly keep bothering her daughter. It's like, leave the girl alone. She's doing her work. She not trying to. You keep bothering her. She said, "Come on, doing my math homework," and Heavenly pushing the table out and everything and all that stuff. And I guess she's cheerleading team or something. And Dr. Damon came, Heavenly's husband, who she called Daddy, came in and just like his normal attire, and he sat down, and Laura left, and she spoke to him about how everything going. That she went to a leather lace party. He said, "Why are you wearing leather lace?" She said it was a demon. We were supporting Dr. Simone. He said, "Why you need to wear that and everything? You don't have to." I said, "Dr. Damon, shut up. It's not boring ass. It is what it is." It's like they would have the leather lace party, dressed the theme. That's what we're supposed to dress as, and then she talked about what happened, and then she said what Mariah said about him. And he said why she would say that. Me and Mariah don't have any problems. Why she would bring me into the mix? Like, I didn't do anything to her for her to say that I cheated. And Damon said, I have never cheated on you. So I was like, and Dr. Heavenly said, if my daddy would ever cheated, I would know that, and he would never cheat here because he's a good man, so like that. I said, stop putting your husband in a pedestal. I understand you believe him, you trust him, but every man could cheat. She said if daddy could cheat, every man cheat because he's a great man. Yeah, he could be a great man. A lot of men cheat out there anyway. So just because your men are cheating now doesn't mean like none men cheat. It's like, come on now, every man cheat. He's not exempt from cheating. It is that he know how he is, that he knows his values, and he knows his relationships in marriage, that he will not do something towards his wife and cheating on his wife. So I don't know that Mariah and her receipts, we don't know if that's true or not. I guess time will tell if it is true that he has stepped out in the relationship and everything, because he did say they had problems, but I don't think the problems is cheating and everything, and I don't know. And according to Dr. Heavenly, when I for last season, she said if her daddy cheat, she would not blame her husband, she blamed the woman, and she would go after the woman, not her daddy. So it's like, cause daddy can't do no wrong in her eyes. So, but she putting this guy in the pedestal like he is the God grand thing, and her marriage so perfect and so good, so she don't realize what it does to everybody else, and she's so judgy and so judgmental towards everybody else's marriages. It's like, okay, that's ridiculous. But that's what I have to say about that. But then she went to anger management because I guess she said she wanted to talk to an anger management counselor. And because her spiritual journey, she been going on a spiritual journey for a while, and she just realized that she needs to do more, and she keep falling back to the same pattern, and how people get to her to the point that she go back to where she was, and she trying to move on for that. People say she been doing a spiritual journey in this thing for a long time. So I was like, what make this anger management work this time, or make it stick to her? Because she went there, she was talking, And she just said just a few things. She just had problems with somebody that she don't like and take her there and say some things. And he said he Googled her things. He took some pictures and she said, oh, that's a person I don't want to see because I guess they show a clip of her. I didn't see that season, but her arguing with somebody. I think that was Lisa Nicole, I think. And it was going off out it. And then she saw a picture of her family. She said that's the perfect thing. As God given. It's like everything I touch is gold. And this is my perfect life. And I'm good. And I'm so grateful. And I'm blessed. Since I'm blessed, I don't understand why everybody thinking I'm ugly towards them. And it's like, it's because the way you feel. You have this mentality like you better than everyone. And since you better than everyone, you talk down to people. And like their relationships, their problems, it fucked up. But you are perfect. Now, it'd be a rude awakening if this rumor is true. What Mariah said about Damon cheating, then her world would be flipped upside down because she put this guy on the pedestal and she put her marriage like she's the perfect marriage and above everybody else. But and then you talk down to everybody. It's like you bigging yourself. Like I said, I was like so bothered, but Heavenly was talking so highly of herself in her damn anger management. And after that, Dr. K, I don't know what the hell it looked like or something like that, was sitting up, was looking at her. I said, she just said she's just so good and everybody else is all messed up. And then she said something to a lady and she gave her like honesty, and she said I guess her honesty bothers people and she speaks her truth, but I guess the truth hurts other people. And he said a phrase which is like, I would say that is true. Honesty without compassion is brutality. Basically, if you're trying to be honest with people and you don't have no compassion about your honesty, your truth, and how you're trying to be true to them, then it's kind of brutal. It's kind of like you attacking, and it's not like you have any sympathy towards trying to help me out. If you want to be honest, yes, you can be honest, but it's the way how you can be honest. If you don't have compassion about your honesty and trying to help that person better, it's like that. So there ain't no sense of being honest at all because you're not being truthful, compassionate enough to want to basically not be that other bitch basically. And I guess that's what's coming off. You being a bitchy. And it comes off the way I see Heaven, like she's so judgmental. She thinks she's everybody else, and she can say whatever she wants, and she thinks that her truth is the right truth, and they need to hear it. But you're not compassionate behind it, so it's kind of like you being like a beast, and that's not good, Dr. Heaven. You need to get that stuff together, and that self-grandiose, grandeur attitude you have with you in your marriage is like it's sickening and it's upsetting. So Tori wanted to do a party. She wanted to do a medical themed party, and she told her husband it's her birthday party, but it's actually a party surprising Eugene because he got a promotion and they didn't celebrate at the time, so she wanted to celebrate with him. And I guess Eugene is like the type of guy who don't really care for birthday parties and large parties. He will go, but when it goes towards him, I don't think he finds a way because I guess there are people like that who don't really celebrate birthdays, who don't really have parties like that. They would go to parties, but when it's about themselves, they really don't really do too much about it. I mean, even though they had a party last year about getting their taxes together and sort of stuff. But I guess because it was mostly something outside, external forces while they're celebrating, when it's coming towards him, he feel weird. And it came across like that when he went to the party. He was surprised about the surprise. It's like that. And so she wanted to do a little celebration for him. And it could be a nice little thing. They dress in the medical themes and all that stuff. It was nice. It was cool. She went to a planner, went to warehouses, different things. It was like a giant heart. They could take it like a backdrop, giant heart. They had ATL. They had the shots, the syringes where you could throw shots in there. It was nice. And the party venue was nice. It was like white and red. It was good. It was good on medical colors. And that was that. So every ladies were invited. Dr. Contessa couldn't be there because Quad didn't go. Quad said, I think Toya said she text Quad on the call, and Quad said she might not gonna make it. She got an engagement. Somebody said that she might be busy, and she said, yeah, she probably is busy. But And to Toya, it seemed like Quad is avoiding them, so she found a way to make an excuse not to go. Now, when it comes to Dr. Contessa, this is what I have a problem with, right? Wait, before I go to there, I had this little scene with Simone. Simone bought the pictures because she did the Letter Lace party, and it didn't show that they had a photo shoot. They had a photo shoot there, and they took pictures. And she bought her a picture in the house, and she wanted to hang it up in Cecil's room. They still live separate right now. They still live separately, but they're trying to work it out. I said, you can't work it out if y'all live separate, but I guess, according to them, they trying not to rush it and get back to the same problems they had when they first, before they started living separately and they was living together. So he went upstairs and he said he liked the picture, but he said he would like it better if Simone came with the outfit home and typed that situation. I said, yes, men like that sort of things. Yes, you give him a picture to look at, but he want to see you in it, and it would entice him more and give him sex. Like, just give him some. Like, it's like, I think Mariah is so controlled with that. It's like, once you let that go and you get that dick, girl, you be good. But I understand her thing, so she don't want to give it up because she feel like she's feel unheard, unloved. And then when they had to sit down and they was talking, I don't know, I don't think he really was in tune to what she was saying. She said because when they revealed when they first got together and they was in their marriage beginning, they really agreed on a lot of things. But she said yes, but we had to find a happy medium. We always came to terms about the compromise and what we both agreed that was work. But lately, these last couple of years, we haven't been finding that. I just feel like I'm trying to say something and I feel heard. I want to say it and how I feel, but you kind of dismiss me. And she's flexible in her approach to things, and he's not flexible in his things, and it's like it's kind of clashing of their values and viewpoints, and they're trying to work it out. So, but he kind of like shut down, and it's like whatever. So he went to make a drink, and she said, "I'm going to bed." She said, "It's cold what that female used. I'm going to bed, like getting my hair done or something like that." Just to avoid having sex or not giving the man attention because she feel like she been not treated well by her husband. And I don't know, maybe I see in the Cecil that he was not really dealing with. He's like, he just been dealing with this over constantly. He just shutting down, and that's not good. You have to have the communication, and if counseling is supposed to be working, I need to have this to sit down and work things out. But Cecil is he's in the point that he just wants sex. He want to live his things up. If he's not getting that, he's not happy. So he don't want to sit down and talk about things. Let's get the action going. Get the action going. And when you get the action going, maybe it will make things better. I don't know. You're married, so it does complicate things. But I understand that Simone want to feel loved and supported and stuff like that, and feel heard. And see, so you just need to start listening and hear her out. And then Simone, you also got to hear him out too, because she's saying he's stubborn, but she said you stubborn too. But she said, yeah, but at the same time, I'm 95% flexible, and you really not that flexible, Cecil. So I said, oh, I hope they work it out, because I like them together. They seem good, and they, like, past season, they was a staple marriage. And people look up to them, and they find out their marriage is going through this turmoil, and then they was getting divorced, and then not getting divorced. It seemed like they can make it work, and it seemed like it's just gonna be a little bit more communication usually happening with those two. I think that's the problem with those two marriages. They're not communicating with each other. They talking at each other. They're not listening to each other. They're not hearing from each other. They dismiss other people's feelings. So it's not good. You gotta work that out. You got to. It needs to be worked out. Now, when it came to the party, right? Everybody was there. They was having a good time. There was a little light shade throwing at it and going on. Light shade throwing at it towards each other, and right. So it was a scene where the guys got together and they was talking, and they were talking about how Dr. G feeling. They said, "Oh, we need to reach out to Dr. G because I know how he's feeling. He feeling kind of isolated. They wish he was there, but he said they don't understand why he's not there, because he said if it was just the guys, he probably would come out with just the guys, but around the ladies, I guess they would vulture attack him or something like that, in defense or quad. So he didn't want that. And then Curtis got in a confessional saying that, I said, Curtis, you got no room to talk. You just got in a good graces with Jackie, so you need to shut the hell up, saying that, oh yeah, I've been in the same shoe of Dr. G's going through it, and I understand how to feel to be left out and shamed out by the ladies and the group and everything. So I just want to make sure I support him as best as I can, and reach out to him so that he's not alone in this, and also reach out to Quad and will support her too. And Dr. Jackie was like, I would do the same thing with Dr. Jackie. I would be looking up there and like said, you better shut up. I said, you better shut the fuck up. I think that's what Jackie used to say. You better shut the hell up, motherfucker. Like, come on. And then she was like, yeah, you about to shut the hell up. Basically, that's what she was saying. And he said, what's that look for? That look to tell you to shut the hell up. And she said no comment. When a woman don't say nothing, they was letting them know that you better shut your hell up. You don't got no room to talk. To say that you got all this and you got the thing, you want to be the voice of reason. You wasn't the voice of reason last year, motherfucker. You was the cheater. And you actually did cheat, sleeping around a woman, had a whole woman, it was so surprised. We don't know the details yet. I mean, between Dr. G say something, this lady say something, but still, you don't know all that stuff. It's still fresh. But for you to say something that you're a voice of reason, that you should do this and you should not, the girl should not be doing this, all that stuff, shut up. You don't need to talk at all, Dr. Curtis. So stop it. So I feel Jackie when she was like, I would be like, shut it up. Shit, I wish Jackie would be more abrasive, said, shut the hell up. Shit. It said, shut the whole hell up. Nobody needs your opinion. So when it came to there, Toya was there. They had, Dr. Simone had a nice little outfit. She saw Cecil said, oh, I like this. Like, you need to come home with that, all that stuff. They'll give me an exam and stuff. And he said, she's looking good with the dresses and stuff like that. Now we need the action. We put the action with the words to make things good. I think he's sexually frustrated. That's what he is. When the men is sexually frustrated, they won't listen to any other shit until they get theirs. And since he's not out there having sex with any females, he wanted it from his wife. So he trying to get it. So we came there, they was talking, and then Toya, what's his name? Dr. Scott came. And he came in on behalf of Tessa, because Tessa was at the airport, and she had to pick up her father, because the father, the flight was delayed, and she was waiting for him, and he's sick, and he had to take her home. And so he was there on behalf. I said at least one of them got there. It's not like he's a representation of her. They both married, so it's like if he being there, it's like they both being there, even though she's not there, but still. So Toya has felt some type of way, and now she feels type of way about it. She just want to make it known. She said, I understand about the father, but it would have been nice if he could call. It's like she could call. I'll say, first of all, some people don't want to deal with the pettiness if they have their own parents. Like, if I'm dealing with my mother on something like that, and they sick or something, I'm picking them up. I'm not picking up the phone trying to call nobody about the party or something like that. I understand maybe she got a courtesy text or courtesy call or quickly say I can't make it, but still she sent her husband there, and the husband telling you that why she's not there, so you should accept that. But now you want to be petty and go over. This is like some things I like Toya, but some things about Toya I don't like. This is one thing. Toya could be very judgmental in her approach about things, especially what Dr. Jackie said. Jackie was right that Toya could be judging, and Toya is, and it's like, she don't care that, oh yeah, she had to pick the phone. Why you just gonna come and call me because you had some words about my last party? Yeah, Dr. Contessa was shading your party last year, so we not denying that. She was doing that. At the same time, why are you so upset and trying to making a big deal about she not calling you? If her husband telling you what's going on, because you want to call from her? So they had a little speech, and she got in the mic and she said, excuse me, I like to think anybody came, all that stuff, and all that stuff. People, she named the lady's name, and she said who was there, whoever didn't come, oh, they're not important. And it was like, what? They was like, what the hell's going on? Everybody was like, what is Toya talking about? Even Eugene, her husband, was like, you doing way too much, stop it. And he checked her. He said, you being petty, you was doing way too much. It's a time and a place to do things, and that wasn't the time and place and do some stuff, and you shouldn't have done that. And she said, well, something like that. But she said, no. He said, that's fucked up. She said, well, disappointed. He said, no, I'm disappointed, but that's fucked up. Like, he's more than disappointed. He said he effed up. Like, effed and pissed with your ass for doing that shit. Cause then, I think Dr. Contessa, I think called Dr. Heavenly or something like that. Or Dr. Heavenly called her. Well, who called? But she was on the phone. And it was talking and say something. And she said, oh, you want to speak to Toya. And Toya was all out of the mic. She said, Dr. Contessa, yes. What's going on about your father? She said, yeah, the man. So I understand. You could have come in. So I was like mad loud. Like, really? That was a tacky ass shit. And I was like, yo, if I was a contestant, I would have been pissed off. I said, first of all, I'm not thinking about texting you, calling you about a party, if I'm making or not, if I'm doing about my father. Fuck out of here. And Dr. Scott said that. He said it's a level of pointless in her life right now. Why she did not respond to you. She did it with that. And since she did it with that, her mind's not focused on picking up the phone and calling you. That's why I'm telling you what's going on. I'm here. And then Dr. Scott was pissed off because after everything was done and said and done, she hang up the phone. She's like, I understand, love you, bye. Hang up and everything. And Dr. Eugene said that was not good. And Dr. Scott was all pissed about it, and he was like, you ain't gonna talk about my wife like that and like that. I understand, and glad that he didn't get argumentative or combative to her or raise his voice and like that, because I don't think he want that with the other ladies, because I know how they will jump in. But the fact that he was defending his wife in her absence was good, because I didn't like that either. Toy, you was doing way too much. So you just shut your ass down, Toy, for doing all that stuff. You was craziness. You petty. And I think somebody said, Jackie or Eugene said, well, Toy feel hurt by someone. It's not the fact that she hurt by contestant not calling her. It's the fact that contestant didn't think enough about her when she was doing her own issues. So I was like, okay, so she had to think about Toya when she dealing with her father being sick and her father flight being delayed, and what about if he gonna make it or not? No, she's not thinking about that. So F you, Toya. Nobody think about you that much when she has something else important to do. So a phone call is not needed. Her husband there, he tell you what's going on. I understand they both was not there and they ain't say nothing, but he was there. So you should have left that alone. That's all I have to say. I can't wait to say next week. And then they talk about a little bit about Quad, and they say she couldn't make it. She got other things to do. But it was a lot of shade between Mariah and Heavenly, because Heavenly said she's been in anger management class. She want to make steps to see the improvement. You only been to one counseling session. It's not like you go improve. You've been to all the spiritual journeys, these sections. It was not improving. So one of those sit downs is not gonna make you improve. But she said she's trying to prove, or she proving. So she said hi, Mariah, and Mariah said, oh, I don't speak to doctors. I'm a doctor. And I was like, oh, okay. And they all was laughing mad hard. And Heavenly was like, oh. But she said, oh, I'm sorry. How you doing? And they said like that. It was a light little talk. And that's it. But that was the episode. I can't wait till next week to see Quad. And she finally going to sit down, the first meet with these ladies. And hopefully things get better. Or they hash things, their differences out, or see what's the update on Quad and how she feeling and how she feel towards the girls, and let Quad feel her feelings. Like say, y'all haven't reached out to me and said anything to me, and when I'm down, so I don't feel supported. And all Quad thinks she like to be feel supported, and she says she don't feel supported, she will shut down. And that's what I got from Quad. She will shut you down if she don't feel supported, and y'all don't support her enough. So, I hope to see y'all next week with Married to Medicine. Talk to y'all later. Peace.